Here's a new advertisement for everything I have, just so you know I have it. New room, and not a new room, it's not my room or anything. But this is where the paintings will be anyway. I might not be here, but the paintings will be here, and they will get mailed if I pay them to mail them. Everything I get that is significant goes to someone who is better than me at spending money and has more hope in their life. I mean, like, not in their life, but in their way of their actual, so like their you know what I mean. They're gonna do, they would be responsible and do very beautiful things with any opportunity they have. I won't tell anything more, it doesn't matter, but that's really, who cares? That one I could probably sell too. Let's pretend that's included too. But you would pay less for this. I don't like it. I wrecked it. I didn't want it. Like, it's just a drawing. It doesn't even matter if it's well rendered anyway, because in the end, it only matters what it communicates, really. And I'm too lazy to render things well anymore. See, if that was paint, like, let's say this was oil paint. This is oil pastels, and I'm wondering, you could probably paint with oil pastel. Yep, people do, I was told. So turpentine plus oil pastel would clearly become paint. So just, use oil on top of this, and then I don't care. It's not even a good, see what I mean? This is not something I would want to work on. I'm just telling you, see, that's another thing. They're badly done trees, but, that was better before I used it as a palette. Well, before I added the snowman, this looked like a melting snowball. And throw that in if you like it. This, if I, just fix the imbalance of the trees and layer it, then another bullshit like this that's meaningless. And this would be less meaningless if I put an angel shitting into a fountain or peeing into a fountain. Look, there's sparkles on it now. Isn't that wonderful? The other ones are down here. Where are they? Come on. Where are the sparkles? See? Sparkles. And this, I wrecked it. I got a little high and I'm like, oh, let's paint this. It was fun to paint the first time, so let's wreck it more. And then it was wrecked. It looked way cooler before, but this one doesn't even matter. I was just having fun anyway. I thought it kind of looked like smoke coming up, but no, not at all. I wasn't trying hard. And it could have been salvaged if I had only added that, but then I added these. I'm like, look you can tell I wasn't even trying. Like, this looked, it completely ruins the, like, perfect eye shape and, like, little, but I still have a picture of it, so if you liked the previous image, I could canvas print it and sign it, and it would be the same thing. So if you like the one from before and you want it, I'll canvas print it. Costs $130 to get it printed about this big. So, like, just buy it for $500, I'll sign it, And I'm telling you, I do think I am, like, like, it's my attitude. It's a little bit like that. I don't sell myself very well, and I thought, oh, whatever, you're honest about it, so that's going to be okay. But, like, honestly, it honestly doesn't matter anymore, by the way. If I honestly say things, doesn't matter, because some things that are honest are actually not things that people would believe. This, whatever. Sorry, I actually don't feel whatever about this. I feel a little bit sad because it would have been much better if I had used oil paint and layered, and made all of this weed obvious but more hidden in nebula dust. Because the eagle eggs, they call them the eagle eggs on the Eagle Nebula. The eagle eggs look like weed. They do. So it would have been so cool if I could have done this in nebula dust. And you know what? Canvas print it, paint with oil paint on the canvas print. If I had money coming in for the fact that I was painting, I'm telling you, I'd be painting. And I will be painting even without the fact, but I do need to find a job. And the thing is, I could make so much more money if I and it's very, like, I much more enjoy, obviously, the final product than the process. Like, I remember how impatient I'd be. It wasn't like, oh, I'm having an experience as I paint. Oh, isn't this fun? It's like, fuck this shit. It's like almost, like, it used to be kind of like, it's like stress. It's like my brain isn't equipped. Like, it's like, I'm obviously equipped to paint. I did paint that sunrise, but that was stressful. It was like every stroke was like, oh my God, am I going to wreck it? No, you're not. Now you can do it. Like, I would only do a stroke on that one when I was absolutely sure. And if I made a mistake, it's oil, so you can just wipe it, and then the bottom layer that's hard stays there, and it's like sculpting with oil. It really is like sculpting with oil. You could do anything. Like, it dries so slowly, and if it's half dry, it mixes a little bit, but you can still wipe it off and have the bottom color. Sometimes you might wipe off a little bit of the bottom color, then you get more of the... You can just do like... It's like sculpting with oil. So this one would have been so cool. It would have taken about like 300 hours rendering time if I was going... And that means like 3 months or 5 months of working on it. I don't even remember. Maybe it was 5 or 6, or... It was probably longer that I worked on that sunrise. But it felt like, you know, 3 months of 5 minutes at a time, brush strokes, and lots of pacing, and... thinking about it, stressing, avoiding it. No, I can't do it right now. I'm this. So, there's always excuses. See, this thing is, oh, this is really something I don't want to share, and it will make you feel sad, but I drew this dog. I just looked at a photo on my phone. It was in the car, and I just sketched it took me about 6 minutes to sketch it, and, yeah, then I was holding it when I was like kind of looking through my things, trying to find things quickly. I grabbed this as though I was looking for it. I wasn't. But then I looked at it, and just that dog looking at me, I felt all this like, I didn't even, my heart is still in the same state. It was not like my heart changed state. My heart was more like sad, you know, but like ignoring the fact, and me just like mentally looking around, like if I'm looking for something, I'll put here, I'll like, you know, what am I looking for? Here's what's going on. You're moving things, and then this will vanish and turn up here, or, you know, but, so I was looking for things, and I grabbed it, and then, I just felt like it was mostly shame and like anger from the fact that I had to be ashamed, and like the fact that I will never have this dog kind of thing. It was actually a dog I found on the internet that was for sale. It was a poodle. It was, oh my gosh. But so anyway, I was looking at it, and then I'm like, you're never going to finish this. I don't want to finish this. There's more important things to finish. And then I just stabbed it with, I think I was holding a pen, and I stabbed it, and it happened to be stabbed right in the middle of the eyes, even slightly there, because that's where the head's tilted. And it, I'm going to put a gem there. I'm going to put like a crystal. Maybe it was a pencil that I stabbed it with, I guess. But I'll put a crystal there. But very easy. There's even a little fiber hanging right there to hang the crystal, or, you know, glue it on, and it'll be very easy to do. Back it, like, you know, paste on the back to make, you know, it's obvious. So crystal there, and maybe like it would be so easy with money, like to buy a little LED light and just like hook it up in behind the crystal, or not even that, but like you'd put it in a window, and the light would shine through the crystal or something, and like it will be what is his name? I forget the name of the god that is the dog-headed god that leads souls to the Hall of Judgment when they die. That's what this is. And it's not going to have a human body. It'll have an abstract body, a nebulous body. It will be a good painting. And the only thing that would cause me to not paint, or be harder to paint anyway, the only thing that would cause this painting to never exist is if I don't exist anymore, or I'm forced to not be able to paint it. And I have so much time. I have 3 hours before work. I could start it. I could paint it now. And I have turpentine, and these are actually oil paints. But when I bought oil paints, when I had 2 jobs living in my mom's house, I remember her saying, no more drives to the art store, like in the next city where the art store was. Like, no more drives to the art store, because what? I was being unpleasant. But you know what? It's very unpleasant to have someone overly pleasant in a fake way with you when you... And it wasn't fake. I'm sorry for calling you fake. She was trying to make the best of a thing. But it's just like, you come down, you're really upset and stressed, and you don't know what, like, you know, it's not like, what's going on? Can we talk about it? It's not like, when I said that, it was like too late. It was like, fuck, you're out of the house. But, I mean, like, when I am, like, it's just, she says, I hope that doesn't show up. She says, what? Hello? Hello? She says, what does your mom say? Who fucking cares? Honestly, who cares? But there was something else I wanted to mention about her, though. Like, oh, the fact that, what was it about, though, that one? I don't know. But, she said, what'd she say? She said, oh my God, why can't I remember what she said? She said, whatever, this one, I already talked about that. Is there anything new that could be sold in here? No. This is based on the sunrise. And oh my God, it would be so easy to finish it vaguely to look like the one that I did finish. I have oils and I just realized, and I don't know why I thought this wasn't true in the past. I don't know why I thought this wasn't true. But if you paint with oil on, if you paint with oil on top of something that already has acrylic, I think if you're careful, or I think there is a possibility of it mixing improperly, but we can't paint with them at the same time. But if it's acrylic on the bottom, I'm sure you could paint with oil on top, and you could do this. Of course you wrecked it up there, but just layer, and honestly, I could make this look like the sunrise again. I could. Oh my God, I wish I still had the sunrise. There was a little lamp pinned to it. I had a little lamp clipped on, and I would just plug it in, and it glowed. And I just wish I could have. I bet you they bought it for fucking $200. If it was an artist that bought it, they'll finish it and say, hopefully, that it was a collaboration. But ew, this one makes me feel sick. It's done with the wrong color. It literally makes me nauseous. But and I did draw. See, there's the one that I'm going to do the nebula on. If it's not going to be nebulous. It's going to be very hard to do that one perfectly. But I could keep adding, keep layering, sell it when someone's happy with it. My drawing for the nebula was on 2 canvases about that big, and they equaled a canvas about that big. I didn't do the top yet, but I have the drawing for it. It would be very easy to recreate. And the bottom, I finally did it perfect. The bottom one, it was just a drawing. It wasn't the painting on my folio. It was a drawing, and I was hearing a voice in my head. I did back up the data, but my memory stick got erased by a man who was not my boyfriend ever. No, because why would you consider, if you're gay, no one is your boyfriend. That's not how it works. But, you could call him that, I guess. I won't go into detail. That's very rude. I do care about him. I do. I've sent him gifts even. But, I care about him, but not because, what are you going to do with your life? Try to not smoke weed for 4 days and then smoke some and then draw and paint, please. Because that's what you're good for. And, So anyway, and you could win someone over like that. Someone else who doesn't have goals in their life, And I don't, other than painting. You should be like that too. But honestly, you are. You're just denying it, but, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. You have other goals too, you could be what, fuck, who cares, okay? Anyway, the drawing, the bottom was, okay, it was an impression of the nebula. It was balanced, it was right, had the cord coming down like a mountain climber, and it was just so loose and good drawing. It flowed and it worked. And while it was, sometimes when I'm drawing, when it's really flowing, my thoughts, it's like I so need to feel like something's with me that my brain will give me that crutch. My voices were saying things they don't say anything that you don't expect them to say. So know that your voices aren't God. That's what I was wanting to say too. If you are talking to the truth or talking to the lie, it's all the lie. It's all the truth. But you have to distinguish between what is just a voice is not God telling you what's true, or the devil telling you, the devil, come on now, telling you what's true. Do you notice that you feel it before it happens? You're expecting it to happen. It's just your thoughts, those voices, So don't get too caught up in it, but they can help you. This one didn't, though, because it was my own doubt that caused this manifesting thing. When I was drawing the bottom part, I was thinking, oh my God, this is so perfect. I bet I'm going to lose it. I bet it's going to get stolen. And this voice was that's right. No, it said perfect. Kind of like that. As if it was just yep, already done. And I was just oh my God, what happened? And then I finished it and everything. And I was don't lose it. but I ended up bringing it with me around on the bus for no reason. Why bring it around? What, are you going to work on it on the street? No, of course not. You want people to see you holding a canvas? No, I wanted it with me. I don't know why. I just brought it. And then, yeah, I did. I left it. And I think a start of the top, just like left. I just set it beside the bus thing, beside the chair on the bus, or whatever. And I just remember being home and being like, oh, yeah, you don't have it. Wow, great. Oh, at least you have a photo canvas printed. But then it got erased on my memory stick. Jealousy, not jealousy, but yeah, jealousy. Like, why else would you erase my images? Yeah, like, you probably have the video of, like, I'm not even going to say, but, like, why would you be proud of a video of, like, get a fucking dick sleeve, you know what I mean? Because, anyway, and it's my fault. I'm so sorry, because, whatever. I'm just saying, like, it's just, like, delete the things that are important about love about someone, but keep things that, like, are your anger, pride, like, revenge, or whatever the fuck you're gonna do with it. I don't even fucking care, because I know it's true. I can defend myself with my mind. My body is vulnerable, like anyone's is, but it's like, we're all just alive in this world trying to survive and just try to have some respect for other life. Anyone out there who's thinking something? And I have respect for you as long as you have respect for me, Respect is primarily the only thing that deserves respect. You know what I mean? That's true. Like, success, money, and people that may have been thinking like, oh, you're not doing anything. Like for example, who cares about whoever you're talking about? But, like, if people are judging you for, like, not being somewhere in life, like, that's not helping you. Like, or if they're telling you your attitude is, like, an attitude is there for a reason. And it's very good to be working on your attitude. But, like, what's an attitude other than, like, an edge or a personality to what you're expressing? Like, if someone's judging you for your attitude, that's their attitude problem too. Because you could have a conversation about what the attitude is expressing, or you could say, "Oh, you're like," and I'm telling you, when I talk to this person who judges me like that, it's my dad. But, like, I'll be like, oh, this is happening, and, like, maybe this will happen. Well, you're not gonna happen if you know what I mean? Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, anyway, I don't have the attitude in that situation. And I'm often very, very positive. I understand that I have something wrong with me, because this is about an advertisement. vulnerabilityadvertisement.com. Like, fuck. That's not what you want, because then people are like, oh, wonderful, vulnerability, that means I can have it. No, that's not what vulnerability means. Well, maybe I can tell this person, well, I'll buy your painting and then you can, like, suck my dick, I'm sorry, I don't even like this. This is too much. This is too much blabbing. This is the one that has a sense of value to me when I'm very high. And it has even when I'm not high, equal sense of value now. I don't realize how much I liked it. And you know what? It's not even well rendered, really. But there's something about it. Would you say? Yes, I think so. And that paint is shiny. Like, the top layer of blue is shiny. You can't see it in the light right here, but yep, I like it a lot. That was loose. That was the last part I added, and it was just, like, rushing to get it done. But it doesn't matter. I didn't even mean to make her tail look like a mermaid. Not a tail, her coattail look like a mermaid. But it's like, whatever. I like it a lot, and I think it's worth at least $5,000. That's what it's worth. $5,000. Dollar. I think I'm cool. Everyone thinks they're trying to be whatever they're doing. Whatever. Oh my god, that's not. Oh, why are you showing? See, this is my things. This is something I could include with your purchase, It's pretty cool, isn't it? An incense holder, lucky frog, feng shui. It's probably. I just got this. I love this. I was gonna give it to someone that might know who he is, but no, fuck off, don't say. Just like, there's people in my life who don't need to be mentioned. Why? Because they just don't want to be associated with you, so don't mention them. You know what I mean? Look at this. They're beautiful. and I know this tank needs to be, I just put the plant in, so it's pretty foggy. It's a real plant, but these guys are actually friendly. Like they come and they're really, and they seem happy sometimes. Like they seem actually cheerful, and they kiss, and they're so fun. I love them. I don't know what their names are. I don't want to name them after the first two that look kind of like them, but there's also little frogs in there. Little frogs. Come on, where are you guys? I'm gonna find one frog. Maybe up there. Frog. They're not even on the leaf. There's a frog. The frogs are actually lively. They just stay very still to camouflage. And the two I gave, but there were two other ones that someone else has now. And I meant to grab these two, but the ones I accidentally grabbed, I don't know why, but they were the ones I wanted to keep, and they're really, they actually like more attentive. They come to they kind of like scratch, maybe sometimes would even scratch the glass when you're communicating with them. But these two, whatever they are, whatever, they're frogs. Okay, anyway, that's the end. That's my life. Not really. Oh, next video, I know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be so funny. It's gonna be typical, not typical, just funny. Just, it's gonna be like, you know, I'm sure many people have done that. My next idea of a video. Oh my god, I do have like some, what do you call it? Like screenplays for me and Justin Bieber doll, but I haven't gotten to it yet, and I lost the paper that it was written on, but it's gonna be funny. But I know that people would just, even if they did laugh or something at my videos, sometimes I even wonder. I have noticed something that made me believe that, like, I know this is embarrassing because, like, no one would believe this is true, but if you've seen the kind of manipulation to my tech that I've seen, you would wonder yourself, and just the reality is always lying to you kind of thing. Just the fact that I wonder, are views being blocked? Are people being blocked from following me? I'm often blocked from following people, so it would make sense that people are blocked from following me. But then there's things that seem supportive that happen, so I guess obviously not. But it's like, why? I also think, I know that there's, like, you know, there is at least one person out there who's like, oh, this is interesting, but I don't want to make her know that she's interesting, so I'm not going to block her. I mean, you know what I mean? Okay. Whatever. The end. That's my advertisement. I'm missing part of it. There's something here that I wanted you to see how I'm gonna finish it. Sorry this took so long. Do you like the sound of my voice? I can sound like a woman too. I can sound like a woman. I am a woman. Not really. Yes, I am. But oh my god, don't I wish? Oh my god, wish I was more dignified. That's all you wish, is that you were more dignified. That's all I want, because I'm actually happy. I just mean, oh my god, I don't want to be a joke. Now I can't even upload this. I can edit this. This sucks, but where am I? Where is it? Where's my one the one I really want to keep? The one that was right here. Oh, it's right here. This is the one I'm most thinking will be the best, even better than that one. It might be small. I might wish it was larger, and plus a larger painting's easier to do because there's more room for detail, and the brush doesn't have to be as small, but a small brush even better. I'm just saying, if this was bigger, and it is just the right size, that's going to have a happier expression, like a little smile, but it's going to be sad too, but it's going to have, it almost looks like it has a little smile anyway, but it's going to be like a little tear dripping. I think the tear will probably come like that, or like that, you know? So it's going to have a little tear. This is going to be nebulous, very easy. Start with the light behind here, like white, yellow, but like, you know, yellow, white, light color, which is yellow and slight blue and white, like bright, like, you know, I'm talking about the light color. Don't pretend you're painting on camera, that is so lame. Well, there's no light color on that. But they're like kind of similar to the tear, and like, you know, whitish, like very, very white turquoise coming, and then just not even that, but it's not going to be that. It's going to be that's just to contrast the fact that this will be yellow, then orange, but like it'll have to be dark to show that it's like, at least the edges here will be dark or something. You know, I know how to do it. It'll just layer until it's right. It's going to be right. It's going to be nebulous. Nebulous. The tree might change because that's too diagrammy. That's going to be more natural. I've drawn naturaler looking trees than diagram trees. This is going to be good. So anyway, please know that things are hanging by a thread, but we are working. I do have a job, and that's true. I might even get a job that's more like actually double minimum wage soon. And I have the interview. I just told them last night, just give me 2 days notice and I will be there for the interview. And yeah, it's like an art therapist, but actual like dirty work caregiving role for and it would be such a privilege, and it would not be like work to me. It would be like functioning in a day, taking care of myself, and then going home and being like, oh, what a distraction that was for my mind, that's what a job is. It'd be worth it. It'd be just as much as I could get for painting if I was like pumping it out. And this might look like I'm painting all the time, but I'm not. I go months without touching anything or even a pencil, but then a couple days go by and I work on like things very quickly now. But I mean, I'm ready. If someone said like, here's $2,000, you get $3,000 when it's perfect, or even if they said you get $5,000 when you perfectly paint my perfect idea, I will paint it. And then you won't even see it before you pay me $1,000. Then you see it, then you pay $4,000 for me to mail it or something. You know what I mean? And I would put a watermark on it until you friggin' told me. Like, if it's your idea, like, I'm gonna sign it if it's your idea. Like, it's me who paints it, but I'll sign your name too, And I'm just saying, like, we can work together. This is not something, like, this is actually a business. No customers yet. Except for people who pay $2 for a poster on the street and then think, oh, I helped someone out who's in need. No, you didn't. There were a couple people that gave me money for nothing, and those were the ones I wanted to give more posters to. Bye.